All right, team, today we're gonna do our squat weak link fixes. So everyone's a little bit different. Do you have strong legs? Do you have strong back? Now, what we're gonna do right here is fix your weak link, whichever one is weaker, by our secondary exercises on our squat. So on Team Unchained, we have so many athletes and so many different types of people, different types of squatters. So it's up to you to kind of determine what is your weak link, and we can fix that. Now, if you're super confused, you can always ask me in the chat, or just pick one. You're gonna get better if you progressively overload one of these and you already have your main squat that you're working hard on, and you're gonna figure it out, okay? So if you have weak legs relative to your back, what's gonna help you is pause squats, all the way down in the hole, pause, and then come up. Anderson squats, from parallel, nothing too high, at least from parallel or a little bit lower at your squat depth, or a belt squat or hack squat. So I do have demo videos on hack squat and belt squat and leg press in my Unchained YouTube. You can look up if that's the way you want to go, but a lot of people don't have those machines, so they can't use those. So we're gonna do some pause squats and Anderson squats from the hole. And then I'm gonna explain the other ones if you have a strong back, or sorry, strong legs, but a weak back. So here we go. First, I'm gonna do the pause squats. Now I'm gonna go all the way down into the hole where my depth is, pause for 3 seconds, and then come up. All right, so in the pause, I should be no breaking in my core, no movement. You don't want to double bounce it at the bottom. It's just from that low position right on up. Stay super, super tight, okay? Now, the next one that we're gonna do, that I said we're gonna do, is the Anderson squats from your depth. So nothing too high. We're gonna do those later. So that means, since I wasn't touching these at my depth, I'm gonna go up a few more, just a couple more. Because this is gonna put me at a dead stop. Hopefully these are even. So. All right, we're gonna come down, and then we're gonna start from the bottom, okay? So it's a little bit weird, but what we're doing is from bottoms up squat. We're not coming down, up, down. We're pretending this is from the very bottom. So you're gonna have to crawl under here. It's a little bit weird at first to get tight. This is all about you're not having that eccentric loading to help you bounce up. It's all about the power coming up. So get under the barbell, get in your position, big brace, drive up. Big brace at the top, so you can control down as much as you can. Again, and drive up, okay? When you're done, that's when you can rack it. All right, so that is the bottoms up squat below or at your depth, okay? Or at least at parallel. Now, what we're gonna do next, I'm going to show you my handy dandy notes. Now this is, and then you can also do the belt squat, leg press, or hack squat, all right? I love those options. You don't need the barbell. You already did all of your other squats. Don't worry about it. You can do the machines to strengthen your legs. All right. So if you have strong legs, but a weak posterior chain, at me, these are what I would need to do. You can do good mornings, or Anderson good mornings, or Anderson squats, which is right above parallel, okay? So I already did the Anderson squats for you, but you wanna make sure that you set these up a little bit higher, okay? Right above parallel. Now, I'm gonna show you good mornings, and I'm gonna show you the Anderson good mornings, all right? So this is all about bracing. You can use a cambered bar, you can use a safety squat bar, or a Duffalo bar if you wanna make sure your shoulders are feeling nice and good, because you've already done all that back squat work. or a regular barbell is just fine, okay? Now, a lot of times I get answered questions, how low should you go with a good morning? As low as you can go without having to compensate with your back rounding or your knees bending, okay? Think of this as like an RDL, but you have a weight on your back, all right? And then with the Anderson version, we're just going from bottoms up we don't need to be totally facing the ground, but a little bit higher. And then that part is really all of the kind of exaggerated version of the top of the squat. And that's why we're doing that, okay? So let me show you what a good morning is gonna look like. All right, we don't want it too high up on your neck. If you do high bar, do this a little bit lower than you normally would do a squat because we don't want this rolling up your neck and really lock in your back. This is all about bracing and core. So come in, set up just like you would for a heavy squat. Big brace. Hinge back, powerful hips. All right, wear your belt on those if you need to. Feel a lot back here. So now I'm bringing this up a little bit higher. So I can show you. Let's see here. 2, 6. Show you a bottoms up Anderson squat. Anderson, good morning. All right, let's pretend it's starting on the rack here. Now I'm gonna have to get under this. It's gonna be a ton of core and back strength, okay? Again, the top part of that squat. This might feel a little bit weird to get under the barbell at first, but I'm more so facing the ground. Big brace, I'm still activating my legs by bracing out and standing up. Big brace, dead stop. And that is the bottoms up or Anderson, good morning, okay? So you have a ton of options to choose from. Do your best to choose wisely. Either way, you just stick with the same secondary and progress it. And that's what's gonna strengthen your squat. And of course, you have your main squat movement before this. So more squats, but we'll have no weak links after this. And let me know if you guys have any questions in the Team Unchained chat.